guys, welcome to, well, not ghettos. It used to be maybe a ghetto-ish, and the reputation is still a certain way, but East Helsinki, and this is Mupuro. And these are, a lot of these houses are redone. The facades are redone. But we're gonna be talking about traveling meanwhile as we are walking here in Helsinki, and planning to go back to St. Petersburg and planning to do some live streams. It's let me tell you about the story about how to travel right now into Russia from basically anywhere. So there's few options. We're not going to be discussing the option of, hold up, let's go here. I love these. These are from, I think, from the 60s, originally from the 60s. So I love, well, that's a strong word. I like 60s era neighborhoods of Helsinki. But I love going to neighborhoods in general, guys, as you know. And in Russia, I film lots of different neighborhoods from different eras. But yeah, you won't see a lot of people here, that's for sure, even though this is a big neighborhood. But I love the fact a lot of nature in these 60s, 70s era apartment buildings. So yeah, guys, one thing that is out of the question due to financial reasons is, of course, flying to Istanbul. I try to travel to Russia as often as I can, and because of that, I definitely have no reason, no way to pay for the flying, guys. Flying 10 I don't know, it's gonna cost you maybe $500 at cheapest, probably more, flying from anywhere to Istanbul in Europe, I mean, then continuing on. So, and yeah, hello Ziggy lives. Guys, check out, these are the hoods of Helsinki, East Helsinki, guys. And what else, guys? So we gotta be traveling. If you're traveling to Russia, your options are basically through Estonia or flying through from Istanbul or Serbia or Arabian countries, right? Dubai, or I don't know, Qatar, something like that, or of course Asia, but depending where you come from. And but coming from Tallinn, you gotta arrive to Estonia, Tallinn first to Tallinn, and take a bus. The bus is gonna cost you around the cheapest is, like, if there's a discount, it's gonna be like a little bit like $40 to Narva, and continue on from there to St. Pete. And you gotta travel by bus from Tallinn, and it's gonna drop you off at the by the border crossing. This week there is some countries have a vacation time, so there's been a lot of way longer lines, maybe 3 to 5, 6 hour lines, even maybe more. But lately, this year, for example, after the Christmas season, it has been very, very quiet, actually. The border crossing time is around like from 0 to 2 hours. So yes, you gotta travel from Tallinn to Narva. You gotta be in line if there is one, then cross it by foot and continue on the same company from the other side of the border, from Ivangorod to St. Petersburg. And if you try, one of the questions I get very often is how long does it take? So it's gonna take you like 2 hours, 2.5 hours to reach Narva from Tallinn. And depending on the waiting time, there is no usually, basically you can cross Russian border in like 10, 15, 20 minutes usually. Hello India, hello peace, 2108. And so what you're gonna do is basically expect 2.5 hours to Narva. From Narva, cross the border for like an hour or something, half an hour or something, depending on the border time. Then you continue. It's a 2.5 hour drive from Ivangorod, the border town of Russia, to continue to St. Petersburg. If you continue on to Moscow, that's a whole different story, right? Hello, PP Popo. Guys, we are in Mupuro, infamous area which has been upgraded. The facades have been upgraded in the past years. Hold up. Obtain firearm as a foreigner. I believe the firearm is hard to get even as a citizen. So I would say as a foreigner, not possible. I would say so. Okay guys, hello Linda. How is East Helsinki? I'm spending some minutes over here. From America, yes. I don't think it's possible. It's the gun laws are way more tight in Russia than in USA. Guys, let me show you this. These are upgraded. I think these are upgraded, updated facades of 60s era buildings of Helsinki, East Helsinki. This is Mupuro, and it looks okay. Yeah, this area is infamous because it has a lot of problems. It used to have a lot of problems, and I think, depending if the people are still alive, there are still some problems. But you can go on a shooting range, though. I have been myself as a foreigner on a shooting range many years ago. So yeah, guys, check it out. There's a horse. But I don't know why would you need a gun in Russia. You don't need a gun in Russia. That's the point. In the USA, you got tradition based on, you know, your rights and the right to defend from the government. You have a different story, man. It's a dead end. This is not Russia. This is Finland, guys. This is the infamous area of Helsinki. This is live from Helsinki. I live in Helsinki, even though I feel home in Russia. That's why, guys, I'm a foreigner traveling to Russia. That's what I always say. People sometimes forget. And the channel is called Igor in Russia, because usually I'm in Russia when I do the videos, and it's not Igor from Russia. I have Russian roots, guys, but I never lived in Russia, nor I was born in Russia. Guys, check this out. It's so good. Usually my live streams, I like to go live. I like to go live with you guys, even though Helsinki and the non-Russian locations are usually I get way less views because, well, this is boring as F. But it is a little bit nice atmosphere here, just a bit. Okay, guys, move along to deeper into East Helsinki, guys. Check this out. And all right, people, now I'm glad to hear that. But I mean, at least algorithms think this is boring. So guys, these are 60s era buildings, and something very Soviet is here is that these alleyways, You don't have in Finland these type of alleyways except in the neighborhoods built in the 60s, 70s. That's what I've noticed. That's my own notice. And if we go walk forward for 10 minutes, there's actually really cool First World War Russian defense stations of the First World War. And I filmed them all on my different channel. I'm the only one who has filmed them all in a video form, but I don't think we're gonna make it there. It's a bit far, maybe, I don't know, because I'm waiting for my wife. And but I do have cool material from I have filmed them all from drone, from inside. If there's bunkers, I have gone inside, and it's pretty epic, guys. Alright guys, welcome to Mupuro, in some ways infamous neighborhood of Helsinki. East Helsinki represents East Helsinki, is the best. And guys, the channel is still demonetized. Make sure you push like and subscribe. We are in the hoods of East Helsinki. East Helsinki, many places are infamous, but this has had a big upgrade. Some new buildings here as well, lots of new services. It has gone up. Linnea likes Mupuro. I like it too. I never lived here. I live nearby. My neighborhood is towards Kontola, which is the next and more infamous neighborhood for a good reason. Infamous for a very good reason. And I think this is like a Lutheran church over here. Yes, it seems so, based on the factory-ish look. So if I'm not sure I'm supposed to walk way forward, man. It's too far away if that's the case. But there's a really nice First World War bunker with not bunker actually, it's a battery, 4 cannon battery, or three or four, I forgot. And it's really interesting to see. Maybe not in the summertime as much as in the, without snow, but is this the turn? If this is the turn, we might go there. But if that's only way further, hold up, guys. Let me just check quickly, okay? Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. It is here actually, but nevertheless a bit far. So yeah, some very dead looking. It says Leipurin, a bread maker. And here we go, y'all. So at the end of this path, there is a cool looking First World War Russian defense station or battery station, but these were all made for defense. They were expecting the Germans to attack Helsinki, which was capital of Grand Duchy of Finland, which was part of Russia. So that's the story, guys. Beautiful place, guys. This is not Russia because it would be way more interesting, but not necessarily as much as nature. So depending if you like more urban, you would love more being in the Russian live stream, and algorithms would like it too. And if you like the nature, the points go to Helsinki neighborhoods. And this is pretty big for Helsinki. It's a pretty big neighborhood for Helsinki. I don't know how many people live here, but you know, there's some places that you have like, let's say 5,000, 8,000 people, which is just one house in St. Petersburg. And I would say here, correct me, somebody Google how many people live in Mupuro. I would say 15,000 up to 20, but probably it's around 10,000. I'm gonna say 10,000. Give it to the nature. Yeah, well, yeah, I like it too actually. And in St. Petersburg, neighborhoods from 60s, 70s would have original tree, or not original, but the trees that have grown to be this size. But it's more like a courtyard. Here, which is great in Helsinki, guys, I gotta give it to Finland, is the fact that this is like actually of original forest that was left. Well, it's probably they took out some trees and stuff, but this was left as a forest. So that's why it's cool that they leave actually the real trees. In Russian cities, if you see these type of, which if it's not a forest park, they have, it's a neighborhood from the like 60s, 70s, and basically the trees have been growing for 50 years. And these are the ones, I'm pretty sure, 99.99, that these are actually trees from the forest that used to exist here. And this area was developed only in 60. This is like 15 kilometers from the city center of Helsinki. 11 population, nice. Guys, how about my understanding? Yeah, 11,000 and there's nobody. In St. Pete, well, courtyards would be way quieter than like the city life, which is buzzing. But you would have actually people coming in and out, cars driving and stuff. So a very different vibe. All right, guys, push like, everybody. We are going to see just up ahead the awesome First World War bunkers, cannons. I don't know how much of it is going to be, pretty much going to be covered, but you're going to recognize the formations. So in short, there's 300 defense stations in Helsinki, and it's 55% approximately what is left from the originals, because little by little they have been destroyed, or as the city has been expanding, they have taken out some areas. But so yeah, Michael Portner, hello my friend. It's all good, guys. Michael, there's nobody here because this is Finland, so there's nobody anywhere. This is Saturday plus, so there's nothing going on anywhere. All right, guys, up ahead, there's actually on the left side, I know it by heart, guys, can you imagine? So there's gonna be a trench leading from the what you call it, behind the front, anyways, from the back, that is leading up from the back to the 4 cannons. This is a 4 cannon battery, right? Helsinki, this is Helsinki, Mustafa. I need to, that's what I'm talking about. I'm planning to go back to Russia finally, because it's time. But now we're gonna see something Russian here in Mupuro, Helsinki, East Helsinki. So there's trenches leading from the back to the front of this defense station. There is 4 cannons, and there's actually 1 platform even left with screws. There's no cannons here left, and so this here is the trench. I know it by heart, guys, I filmed them all. So this is a cool place that leads to the stations, and there's 3 or 4 cannons, huge cannons, or mortars maybe, prepared. And in the back, I think this was a kitchen, and there's a little bit left of the original building, and also a chimney is left. So this is from the 1916, approximate 15 or 16. Let me show you guys, check it out. Drops, hello. I don't think Finland does, but check it out. So this is a cool, this is actually, as you can see, this connects, you go back. Actually, if you are called in during the, you know, if the Germans were approaching, you're called in, you're gonna run like this, or here over there, and go to your stations. Let's go straight to the bunkers, to the cannons first, and then we're gonna check out the other. So on top, I have filmed it all in better. Hold up, I'm gonna show you later, but first let's go and see you're gonna get a better picture of this area. Guys, push like, everybody. This is Igor in Russia, but now in Helsinki. Sometimes I want to do live and talk to you guys but traveling to Russia. Okay, guys, so here we go. Back then there was no woods, by the way. They used to clear, I don't know how many kilometers around the station, so there's no trees in front of you. So there was no trees, and back then there was no buildings either. So this was outside the city, way outside the city. There was 3 lines of defense. Hold up, let me show you. Man, so let me show you this first. So these are 3 or 4, 4, yes. 4 huge, as you can see, half round shaped, huge stations. And there was planned to be a cannon in the middle shooting northwest, approximately northwest or north or just east. Sorry, northeast or just east. 1, there's 2, and the last one is the biggest one. Hold up, I'm gonna try to go down. The last one has the best view because it has actually the cannon. Not the cannon, but the platform for the cannon. And this over here there used to be the station in the back. Basically the station for, I think it was a kitchen. Not barracks. I think it was a rare one, a kitchen. As you can see here, yes, there it is, guys. There it is in the back. You can see half chimneys there as well. Crimea? I don't think so. You can see in the front. Yeah, 4. That's correct. That's what it says actually also here. This is a battery 65. And that's the station. You can see the old chimneys from the 1915, 16. And also old concrete work. The houses were demolished, so they actually blew it. So this, as you can see, there's a concrete, rocks and concrete mix. So they used to blow up the roofs in the 1930s. Because people used to come here and live inside those. Okay, guys, here we go. So let me show you, let's go inside one of those cannon stations. Let's go inside one of the batteries. There's 4 batteries. This is a battery station. As you can see, they're built pretty impressively. And this road wasn't a road like this. No Uber drives or Volt drives. By the way, Michael, this is First World War, so no Nazis yet. This is the first one. So yeah, guys, check it out. Check this out. How amazing is this? And you can see there's a concrete supported rocks. And this here is one of the rarity of the station. Check it out. There's also a bolt. There's also they have blown up because they were also the concrete was metal supported like this, so they blew it up. That's why it looks like this. But check this out. This is concrete, as you can see. So this was for ammunition storage, left and right, and in the sometimes not on the left, but in front. Here it is. Let me show you. Maybe like this is better. Here we go. Amazing work. So this used to be a proper 4-square room for weaponry, but they blew it up. So there is no metal. They used to scrap the metal in the 30s. So here you can see actually the original piece of the bolt. The original bolt for the cannon, guys. Pretty amazing, right? All of this, you get culture, history, you got all sorts of unique locations all on my channel. So yeah, this is one of the 4 cannon positions. It seems there was maybe on the left side as well something. So during the many 100 years plus, it has changed, of course. For example, there was a bunker that they have covered. So there was actually a bunker room here or there, I forgot, that they sealed it off. So let's guys go a little bit closer. I'm gonna go to the first part so we can actually go into the trenches. The trenches look amazing very often, guys. They're just super awesome. Guys, join the chat. How cool is this? There's the second, third, and there's the fourth. Actually, this might be one of the largest ones. Yeah, there's a bunker room over there, which is it sealed off or destroyed? Also, I've seen many, there's quite a few battery stations out of the 300 defense stations, and there's a lot of those, and usually they had bunkers at the corners, one bunker for this type of area here connecting two cannons. As you can see in here in the corner, let's go through here maybe. Super cool, thank you so much. Yeah, nobody, lots of people don't know this, especially, well, yeah, there you can see, guys, that's the bunker room, I think, destroyed. So many of them don't have roof because they blew it up. But I'm gonna go inside guys, the trench, and head back to the neighborhood. So yeah, guys, there's some new concrete put over here, but another station with two ammunition rooms. Okay, here we go, guys. And we are going like backwards now. We're going from the front, from the battle positions. We are going into the trenches. Let me show you the cool concrete supported trenches. Here you go. And that seems to be, this might be a bunker, sealed off bunker or destroyed bunker, but here we go, guys. Battery station 65, mix of rocks and concrete. I have a special channel dedicated to this, but I focus on my travel channel more. How cool is this, guys, right? Hold up, it's getting dark. So this is from, I believe it would be from the 1916 probably. Based on this, I would say 16 or maybe 17 latest. The construction of the whole defense, the whole thing was from 1914, even after Finnish independence 1918. And there's a lot of trash people throw over here. So this is the road back from the cannons. It has some beautiful, beautiful imagery. Everybody push like. You can see the actual original. Oops, yeah, it goes off. Technically, you should not touch the stuff, and especially do not destroy the stuff, but it's getting older and older. You can see the concrete built under the, you can see the rocks under the concrete, but that's due to its being over 100 years old. Guys, welcome to the hoods of Helsinki, where you can see the actual imperial history, Russian imperial history in Helsinki. Do you agree with that reels that this is super cool? Oop. So yeah, water is going down because this is downhill actually. And this is, oh yeah, I can smell the aroma. So this continues actually beneath the bridge. This bridge is of course modern for residents. This is the path that we just went, and it went around this rock over here. It goes over here and then turn to the left side. This is how the soldiers were intended to go. There you can see actually the concrete wall and rocks combined. You can see the level of concrete. There you go. And some parts weren't actually concrete supported, some parts. All right guys, here we go. All right, heading back to the neighborhoods. So sometimes this was a battery station, but these used to be like there are places in Kivikko, also in East Helsinki, or very west. You can see battle station, defense stations with hundreds, like 100 or 200 or over 200 meters of battle trenches, attack stations. So yeah guys, a little live stream from the neighborhood, and subscribe. Maybe I do a restart, I don't know. And thanks for watching. And mix of urban and history for you guys. We're going back to the 60s era neighborhood. Okay, take care y'all, and bye bye from the East Helsinki, the infamous. Thank you, Ziggy Lives. Sharing, thank you so much. Sharing is caring. Okay guys, I'm gonna get off. Can't wait to get to Russia so I can do live streams from cities or neighborhoods of Russian cities, just like you guys love. Bye.